Hey there, how you doing?
Hello there.
Name's Randy, the main man. Today I am doing a video on the newest movie that just came out, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. So, after seeing this movie, I really enjoyed myself. By the way, this was made by people who did Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse with the same animation but with a different style, different take to it. This movie was directed and produced by Seth Rogen, and I gotta say, I give this movie a 9 out of 10. I think what really made this movie gel to me was the fact that they focused. It was a fun kids movie, but it had me, a Turtle fan, for a long time engaged. And a couple things that stood out to me were the themes. One was acceptance and self-acceptance. By the way, spoilers if you haven't seen the movie. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. What are you doing? Don't watch my video. Go check out the movie. Now, what I mean by those two themes, you see, in the movie we have the turtles who are shunned by society because they're, well, mutant turtles. And so they meet another character named April O'Neil, who is a high schooler trying to have acceptance from her students, her peers. And we see how the two collide, and how April is using the turtles as a means to write a story about them so that she can be accepted by people. But you realize later down the movie they're both doing things for the wrong reasons. I liked how in the end it's not about, what I learned from it was you don't have to feel like you gotta belong in a certain group or do a certain thing to be accepted by people to feel like you belong somewhere. And I really like how they expanded with that theme a lot with the Turtles and April O'Neil, and also Master Splinter, who was voiced by Jackie Chan. I'm a huge, big fan. I loved his work. I felt like everybody in this movie just shined. Like, everybody did. My favorite, the one that stood out to me the most, I would say, is Superfly, who was voiced by Ice Cube. Like, he just had charisma, just menacing. He was funny. The movie in general was really funny. And by the way, if you're going into this trying to get that serious tone you've got from other Ninja Turtle projects, you're gonna be a little disappointed.
Disappointed!
Because this is more of a teenage film for kids. That's what it's sort of aged around. And so if you're going to it, if you're trying to go into this with a more adult-like, more mature theme, you're gonna be disappointed. You're not gonna get the dark, more serious tone. I mean, it does tackle serious topics. You get those emotional moments, I feel like. But at the end of the day, it is still a kids movie, which I, for one, enjoyed a lot. One thing that stood out to me I really enjoyed was the action and how fluid it was, and the pacing and the transitions. Everything just sort of came together like beautifully. Do I think it's better than Spider-Verse? Absolutely not. Like, it's not a comparison, but it's a really, really close second. And also, there is a post-credit scene. And if you haven't seen that, I won't spoil that. Well, actually, I will, because I already did a spoiler review, spoiler alert. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out. But for the post-credit scene, we get to see the TCRI company, as after everything that happened with them fighting Superfly in New York City, saving the world, that whole jazz. We see at the post-credit scene the Utrom lady, I forgot her name. The Utrom lady who was, scouting out the turtles, trying to find them, and now they're trying to get backup. They're trying to find people. It's easy to see them, but it's hard to bring them in. So now they're going to use the Shredder. And that was really awesome. I hope in the next movie, we get to see a more serious tone, more action. Because it's kind of hard to show like more martial art, kung fu action when you have like Superfly, a mutant. It's kind of like, it's not much you can really do with that. Although I do appreciate the action that they did do with this movie. But I feel like with the next one, we need to see a little more, I want them to accent more heavier on the Kung Fu martial arts style. And I feel like we're gonna get that with Shredder. And I want a more gritty, I want a serious Shredder. I don't want to feel like, I want to take him serious. I want to feel like he's menacing. I want to feel scared sitting in my chair watching it on screen like, oh man, it's the Shredder. You know what I mean? And I think this would be a really good opportunity for them to really make the Shredder a household name for the Ninja Turtles. I think this would be a really good debut for him, and to show who the Shredder is and what he's about. I think that'd be really cool. And so for my rating, I give this movie a 9 out of 10. I had a really good time. I enjoyed myself. The castings, the director, Seth Rogen, man, like, you know, I didn't realize he actually also helped produce, he produced The Boys and Invincible, which I did not know about. So like, he's really like doing really big in the superhero genre, more than I thought he was. And I hope we get to see more projects that he does, other things that he's trying to dive into. I hope we get to see more of that. And so for a rating, I get this movie a 9 out of 10. I really appreciate the themes of acceptance and self-acceptance, how you don't have to feel like, you don't need to be in some group or feeling like you don't need to do a certain thing to be special. That goes against who you are, your morals, your ethics, your code. Same thing with Across the Spider-Verse, I feel. We see Miles, you know, wanting to be with his friends, and he's trying to feel like he has to be a part of this new spider group, multiversal spider, like, Avenger type group. And they're not accepting of him because he is an anomaly. He wasn't supposed to be Spider-Man. And so he doesn't have to be in that group to feel like he belongs. He's gonna, what he say, he's gonna do his own thing. And I really love that. And I feel like we get something similar to that in the new Ninja Turtles film. Overall, I just enjoyed myself. I had fun watching this. 9 out of 10. That's my rating. Also, guys, be sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down what you thought of the movie. What are your predictions for the next one coming out? And don't forget to leave a like down. You know, like, comment, subscribe. And thank you. I'll see you guys around.
See you, chump.